What? Full screen, please. Why won't you let me click on a tab? Right, hopefully I'm back. I should have a mouse. It's there. It's hidden. Are you still plugged in? Yes, you are. I thought I unplugged you. That's okay. Right, I'm not sure what's going on with. Okay, let's just try opening up a YouTube tab, and then it should hopefully tell me if I'm. Haha. Right, so let me just catch it up. And is that me now? Well, I have a viewer. So am I back now? Or is it stopped? Oh dear, YouTube has broken on me. Hello! Right, so I am live again. Now I'm going to sort this out. Hopefully, I'm going to refresh my browser because it's. Close this. Right. Now, hopefully, I'm going to be able to jump back into this relatively quickly. And I'm still back again. Yes. Now, I don't know why, I don't know what's just happened. My browser just went completely nuts on me. Now, I do realize it's technically two streams. I'm gonna have to go have a look at my. Yes. So it is two streams that it's gonna call it. So I'll have to go in and do church part 3.2 essentially. So I shall get my windows put out. I am absolutely roasting sat here. So what I'll do is probably put my be right back sign while I go and essentially calm down for a little minute because I've been working a lot with blades and a lot of concentration, and I've gone over my usual 2 hour. I can concentrate on this without any interruptions and without any mind screw aboutery. It is not always good to be able to do. But I am back, which is nice. I still have my brands on, which is good. Sparkles is still there, making sure I am being a nice person. Thank you very much. Without my guardian angel, I would probably be arrested by now. If not found some way to accidentally off myself. I am by no means suicidal. If people thinking, oh, he's going off. No. It would be completely by accident. It would be me trying to use a power tool that I'm not trained to use or something like that. That's how I'll tell. It wouldn't be something simple that everybody else would do. They'll have to put new warning labels on things just because of the way I did it. Window. What's stuff in window to going out? Aha, window. Window? No, not window yet. Not window yet. Window. Window and window again. So hello, thank you for everybody who came back to watch and carry on. And StreamYard was better for this because I didn't have a 2-hour time limit. But I do like that nice sparkly thing around my face and around my around the edges. It just looks good. I'm gonna try my best to clean up the inside of them. Then I can lay that on there. Hold it down. Do very light scoring on the inside so that it's actually the same size rather than marginally smaller. Although I suppose a millimetre won't make too much of a difference in this, but I do want to try and keep them as accurate as possible. I possibly should have done it on the other side without the lines that catch. But it's a bit late now. In fact, it's very late now. I've already started in this. So, yay. Okay. Sparkles, would you be able to tell me, did it actually boot you out and you had to rejoin the live stream, or did it just continue on as a continuation? Because this is the first time I've actually gone and used up the full time and then needed to come back in to carry on. So for future reference, it is a nice thing to know. I just snapped my pencil bit. So now, thanks to Hayden, I've now got other things that I would like to look up and see if I can find, which will be hopefully on Rogue Hobbies site, which is our lovely Graham's. I'll say, very nice man is Graham. I must say, from what I spoke to him anyway, I've not yet met him in person. So it's a bit difficult to say that, yeah, he's definitely 100% a sound guy because I've not met him. But from my conversations with him, and I do find myself, I think I'm all right at judging people to I don't mean I'm judging people. I mean a judge of character. I try not to tolerate arseholes too much. I try not to tolerate arseholes at all, to be quite honest. Technically, I think it's got me down as a viewer, so let's get rid of that. So that it gives me a more accurate viewing. And see if that drops down to 2 in a second. Or is it actually going to be smart enough to notice that my account was watching and not count it? We shall find out in a moment, shan't we? Oh, the experiments tonight. We're doing them all. We're doing them all. This is just test night through and through, isn't it? So hopefully I'll get an answer to the question that I mentioned, that I've just asked. So anyone who's watching, if you've come over from the original 2 hour, did it make you close and come back in, or did it just transfer you over naturally? I would like to know, please, just so I know for future reference. Because although StreamYard is changing, I believe I can still get essentially I get 20 hours a month to do it on. And so Models and Musings might be better off going back onto StreamYard, just so I don't have that time limit when I'm doing it. So it is going to be a bit of a ruined church, so slight misshaped windows I can live with. If this was supposed to be a pristine, in use church, I would want it to be so much neater. So if you haven't caught the first 2 hour, I will catch you up. I put this together in the first 2 hour, and now we're building up the walls to put the big cathedral pieces onto it. And then they'll be glued into this section. So it's going to be a relatively large piece, a little bit larger than I initially intended. I mean, I wanted it to be quite big, but this is getting a little bit too big now. Well, not too big. If it was too big, then I would have cut it down and not done it this size at all. I'm just going, no, I'll just use the ruined buildings. One can be the home base and one can be the place where the final thing happens. If they even get there. Bear in mind, these people are playing cats. And any cat owner will know exactly what cats are like. They don't do a damn thing that you want them to do. So let's hope they play more like humans in cat farm, which is essentially furries. Oh shit. Didn't think about that. Right. So now we have what should be 4 walls. Now, do I have music? We do. We have music. Right. I'm just going to briefly open something up, which should be that. to here. Share screen. So we can stop that now. Now that I'm back. Thank you very much for waiting, everyone. Let's clear up my desk a little bit so I've got room to actually do some cutting. Which primarily consists of moving all this out of the way. Put one there for the time being. Line up the ruler. Blade. And slowly cut through. In slow, shallow cuts. There we go. 2 walls. Oh shit. I've cut myself. Clever me. I'm sorry about having to run this over 2. I was hoping to get it all done through 1. But seeing as I do have a little bit more time now, I can also go about the other thing that I'm excited about. There are rumours online, also known as whispers in the warp, and they have said a few interesting things regarding the next edition of Warhammer. And it's not due for another, year and a half? So we've still got a while to go for 10th edition. Hopefully I'll actually get a game in properly. I do have it planned. I just don't know whether it will actually work. I think I can. Once I've done this, I will have enough terrain for it. So that's nice and easy to work out. Finish the chapel cathedral thing and chink. I will have enough to actually do this. Now, wall number 1 and wall number 2. Are to go. Was it there? Yes, it was. Does mean I've got to move that right the way back there. So you can actually see me putting the walls on. So wall 1, which for some reason is standing up. I'm not complaining. It is. Hello again, Kirsty. Hello again. I have found the downside to EV Mux now. It looks a lot better, but that 2-hour time limit is quite strict on that, and does cut me off whether I want it to or not. Now, what's causing you not to? There's a little bit of a dimply bit there. That was what was causing that not to line up. So they're going to go like that. And then we're going to get one of these pieces. And it's going to join up there. That is rather large. So why didn't that work a minute ago? In fact, those ones might have actually been the better option, but I don't like them. So I've potentially got to take off 3 squares, which is a square and a half off the top and a square and a half off the bottom. Oh, happy, joyous days. So I'm just gonna let's flip it over. So then I can mark it, because I've made these too bloody well big, haven't I? Made them too bloody big. Now, how much is that? That I've taken off. I'm going to try and do this in centimeters and millimeters, just so I can be a little bit more accurate. In this case, it is 1.1 centimeters off there, and 1.5 centimeters off there. So 1.5 centimeters off this side. To line it up with that one, and then get it level. Cat, if you really whinge at me to go out now, I am not going to be very happy with you. I was moving around the house a moment ago, and you didn't utter a word to me. No meows, no nothing. Let's just check that, because is that 1.5 centimeters? Yes, but I have to go right to the top of that to do it. So I have to go right to the top of the mark that I made to get that other 1.5 centimeters. Isn't it always fun when you get things wrong and you have to come back and correct them? So we want line this back up. Make a little mark there and a little mark there. Take it to the other end. Make sure it's square. Realize I've got to take a little bit more out of that window. Mark that one. Mark that one. Was it that window we have to take a little bit more out of? Yeah. Right along that bit. So not much out of there, but enough. Enough. Now I've got 2 craft knives on here and I have no idea where they've all gone. There they are. That was easy. Small nip in there. Small nip in there. And then we just make that window a little bit bigger. So I'm not looking for complete perfection because it will be a run-down building. But at least some degree of that, an actual architect has built this rather than me. Believe it or not, I probably could have, if I would have done this a few years ago, I probably could have asked my sister to do it for me. What with her training that way. Going down to London and learning how to be an architect. It's a few decades ago, but I'm guessing she still has a couple of the skills that they taught her. It would have been nice, but yeah, there we go, that's better. So let's make these cuts. Measure twice, cut once. That's the way it's supposed to work. So yes, 11th edition in a year and a half, as I was saying earlier. Now, Space Marines are always in the starter boxes, which of course is great for me because I collect Space Marines. But the second army in the boxes, this, well, rumoured anyway, is Orcs. And I collect both of those forces. So this could be like the creme de la creme for starter boxes for me. Now, the other starter box I got, which was Leviathan, I ended up starting a brand new bleeding army because of it. Which is how we ended up with Tyranids. But if I can... But Orcs have been essentially my second army for so long now that I don't think I'll be able to miss up this opportunity. I think I might even want two starter boxes. Yes, you heard Sparkles. Please don't come down here and hit me. I may want 2 starter boxes. Yeah, open the glue. Doors help. Take off the dry glue from the nibby end. Glue down one side. Glue down the other. And we want the big bit at the bottom. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it if you're all in the way, so you're going to have to move. Sorry, but you are. I'm just going to slide you up against that. And where's the other? Ein, zwei, drei, 1, 2, 3, black. There it is. And we're going to put that at that side. Press it right up against it. And then you line up nicely there, please. Now, second one. Same principle. Gluing down the edges. Gluing down the edges. I just realised my desk isn't big enough to do this all at once. hopefully, with the other side being lined up and pressed against each other, I should be able to line that bit up there. And hopefully line that bit up there. Put a little bit of pressure on it to make sure that it is going to stay. Now, do I have a straight line through there? What I need to make sure is I have a straight line through there. So we have a courtyard. Ooh, I didn't think of it like that. So we have a courtyard. Well, while we're seeing what the courtyard's like, let's see how. Hey, see, nice little gravesite to go next to it, or even inside, as Haid gave us the idea for. But that tombstone looks like it's going to be all right. And Knight Captain Voal, sorry, I didn't put an R in it. I just put Voall. Rip up the paper around the outside. So then I can bevel the edges, texture it, and make it look like a little bit of a mound of earth. Obviously, if someone's buried there, then there's a mound of earth. I've got a feeling I've stuck this onto the paper like an absolute moron. So when I do that, that's going to happen. Yeah, I thought so. That's called being a first-class dick. I'm not thinking about that properly. So we try and find one of the metal pins. We force that up, right up into there, right up into that. So we do only have enough left of a pin to stick it in. And we try re-gluing it again. I'll learn from my mistakes for next time. So we actually just force that in with the pin. Excelente. And it should still work out roughly the same. Where am I going to put you? That's safe. I can't leave it on my kid's table because that's just not safe. Let's push it against the 1, 2, 3 block there. And put that there, and hopefully that'll hold it in place while it sets. Now, I can't remember the measurements that I needed to take off. It was 1.5 off one side and 1 1/10 off the other, wasn't it? I've got glue on bits that I don't. So, coming back in, moving these out of the way for a moment, and I want. I can't even be seen on this at the moment because of the. Right. I'm going to move it like that. Sorry for the small crack shot. Didn't mean it. So yeah, the 11th edition I am looking forward to. There are a few issues of Combat Patrol that I'm looking forward to more than the others. Particularly the one where you get the Boomdecker Snaz Wagon. As well as there's another one that I would really like. Obviously the Chaplain and Biker one, but that's a bit of a different thing entirely. That's just a fucking nice model. I don't have many bikes. I have some, so we can lead them. I have 3 that I can go with a Chaplain and 3 that I can go with a Captain. And let's see. .1, and along the same line, the 1.5. Thought I was in Johnny Depp's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for a moment there. Okay. That's one. Of course, we do both of them and then we cut. So, coming along this line, make sure it's lined up along it, and it is measured. It is and I've not got enough room for my hand. Being left-handed is a blessing for creativity, a bane for actually doing the damn thing. 1.5 centimeters. 1 1/10. Spin it around. 1.5 is this side, 1 1/10 is that side. So 1 1/10. 1.5. Line it up again, and you can only find how many kittens should you have, Kirsty? I mean, if you only find one and you're only supposed to have one, that's great. If you're supposed to have more and you can only find one, that's not so good. That is not a nice place mentally to be. So I hope you find your kitten. Yeah, then I definitely hope you find your missing kitten. I have been in that situation before. It is very unpleasant because the human imagination is a nightmare. It is the worst thing for humans to actually have the imagination to go. And, well, I'm sure you've already had your head go west, so I'm not going to put any ideas in there, but I'm sure you understand what I mean. It is not a pleasant thing whatsoever. I will not tell you about mine because, well, mine didn't necessarily have a happy ending. Found the cat, and it was very local to where I used to live. But yeah, I do not wish to go through that again if I can help it. Why have you moved? Because it's a very small gap there, that's why. Push you right against that. Right, my headphones are screaming at me that the battery's low. So I'm going to make these two final incisions. I'm going to make these two final cuts to be ready to do this piece. I'm going to put that together on a larger table. And then I'll see where I end up after that. So I'm probably going to set up a paste table at some point during the week just so I can glue this together and actually see the full size of how big it's going to be and how much panel work I've got to do, how much reinforcing of structures and corners and joints and things that I will have to do. Now, what I'll probably... You found her. Awesome. Yes. Yes, that is good. I'm glad you have found her. So that should be two more of these, essentially. Yep, there's one. And there's two. So I could put an angled roofing coming up into there and then finish it off. I don't particularly... Well, if I do, I could leave this section open so they could still get in there and in there. But what I'm more than likely going to do is broken roof off to there. Broken roof. In fact, just so I can... Now, this is an old piece that I made from the other one. And so I could potentially do that. So I have partial roof there and then partial roof there to show that it would have one, but then it still gives enough room to maneuver around inside. I'll bring this one more... In fact, if I put it there at that level, that's going to be pretty big. No, I will make it that big because I'll like the room to move around in. So I'm going to end it there because essentially I've run out of room on my desk while things are drying. Once all that's dried, I'll probably reinforce the insides just with a few columns just to help keep it sturdy, and glue on the other side once I've set up the paste table so I've got a big enough work area. I mean, it's like twice as long as this desk, so I should sideways on. should work. Now, I've been on for 3 hours. 3 hours has been this one. Oh dear. There was a 2-hour one originally, and I've had to restart again as a third one. Thank you, everybody who's come in for both first and second one, as I've been running through this. I'll take a picture of the work in progress and post it on the Discord. If any of you haven't joined it, it is free, completely free for you to join up. Click on it in there if you want to know what I'm up to and how I'm carrying on. If I'm not putting enough in there for you, message me. It works. I get the notification. But thank you for all joining me this evening, and I will see you on Wednesday, hopefully providing my... let's move that one first of all. Yeah, I'll see you on Wednesday, hopefully providing my news agent has combat patrol issue, whatever we're up to. Which issue are you up to? I'm going to have to go check my own channel now just to find out what I've done. Last one was 10. So this will be issue 11, which I believe is paints this time. So I may paint the librarian that we got in issue 10. So I might give that a go. And of course, we will have a Models and Musings, not Models and Musings, a Cats and Catacombs. I may do that on either Wednesday night or Friday night because I am busy on Thursday. So keep your eyes peeled on that for the notifications and when that goes live. And I will see you later on during the week. Now I've got to see if I actually remember how to end these things without it knocking me off on its own. So have a nice night. Drive safe, everyone, and